Your January goals called and they want your focus back. And the productivity girlies and the planning girlies, they're all spewing those mid-year reset hacks that are based on Pinterest quotes and vibes. But the women over here in my world, we're grown-ass women with big-ass goals. And if you're gonna reach your 2026 goals by the end of this year, you need real systems that work, not just another vision board reset. So in this video, I'm gonna share a different way to approach your mid-year reset that actually works. Specifically, I'm gonna share 5 microsystems to get your time, focus, and your home back on track and build the structure to make reaching those 2026 goals more easy. So I've spent many years as a neuropsychologist helping accomplished women build systems that fit their big ambitions and their busy lives. And this mid-year reset is the one that I come back to every single year. And by the way, I do have a GPT that's gonna help you actually get started with this reset that I'm about to share with you. And you can just grab that at the description below. But to start, let me share a microsystem that's gonna help you know exactly what to do in the next 90 days to reach your goals. So have you ever planned a grocery trip and made this long list all categorized and to match every section of the store with this perfect meal plan filled out? And then when it's time to actually go, you leave the list sitting on the kitchen counter. You had all these like pretty intentions and you still come home with random stuff that you didn't need because your shiny list stayed home. That's kind of what happens to a lot of us mid-year. Back in January, we set these big, beautiful, thought out goals. Then July hits and we're off track and fuzzy on what this year was even about. A goal that lives only in your head tends to wander. So what's the best way to get back on track with those larger than life goals? Reverse goal planning. I call it taking your moon goals and making them star goals. And this is kind of based on a quote that I heard many moons ago, no pun intended, from Les Brown that said, shoot for the moon because even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. Your moon goals are those bigger 1 to 3 year goals. Your star goals are your quarterly goals, like your 12-week year goals. So here's your first microsystem for your mid-year reset. Number 1, run a quarterly planning session. This is the reset that sets the tone for your next 90 days. Grab paper and brainstorm your wins, your lessons, mantras, priorities for the quarter ahead. If you want a head start, grab my Mod Ambition Planner printable, which has a quarterly brainstorm page built right into it. And always start with paper because that's how your brain works. As Erica Badu said, write it down on real paper with real pencil and watch shit get real. And that's because writing your plan by hand fires up way more in your brain than typing does. There's actual research that has studied this and actually watched your brain light up more on scans when using pen and paper. And people who write their goals down are about 42% more likely to hit them. So your pen's pulling more weight than you actually think. So once you've looked at how your last quarter went, you've revisited those yearly goals and roughed out on paper where you want to go in the next 90 days, then bring in the quarterly planning GPT that I have for you. It's free. It's linked in the description below. It walks you through my exact process for planning your 12-week year, takes you through your personal and then your business goals, and then it generates a summary PDF for you to download at the end. So drop that PDF straight into Notion. You can copy paste into your goal section, or you can drop it in Claude Cowork and have it put it in Notion for you, whatever you need, but you'll have that PDF for wherever you want to take your goals and put it. The whole point of the GPT is to make quarterly planning fast and easy. It's like having me in your pocket as a goal coach as you do your 12-week year. And the best part is it's going to help you do your reverse goal planning the right way. It's going to build out those weekly actions that actually carry you towards your goals. And then, like I said, from there, you can drop it into things like your 12-week year scorecard. It helps you create your monthly priorities and your weekly tracker and all those sorts of things. So these goals become a living part of your day that you're working from that are really helping you move towards your goals, not just sitting on some board or in some notebook. So inside my program, Systemize Your Goals Accelerator, I walk my clients through this GPT every single quarter, and we make sure that they carve out the time to actually do it because we do it together in a quarterly planning co-working session. We use the GPT. I also walk them through it step by step on how to make it tangible for their day-to-day. And really that layer of doing it side by side is what helps people keep up with their quarterly planning, so it becomes something they actually follow through on. So books like the 12-week year are great, but they only work if you work them. So when you bank in some accountability into doing this every quarter, you'll reach your goals a whole lot faster and a whole lot easier. If you want me to be that accountability, be sure to hop on the wait list for the next time I open doors to Systemize Your Goals Accelerator. I'd love to support you in that way. Whatever way you find it, the main thing to remember is a goal plan only works when it's a living system that you can reverse engineer into your real day-to-day life. Now, once your plan is embedded into your day-to-day life with a reverse goal plan, the next thing to handle in this mid-year reset is where all your time keeps disappearing to. Next, I'm going to show you how to find and reclaim it it so you can actually have time to do what it takes to reach those goals. So before we jump into this next micro system for your mid-year reset, let me show you why this matters so much. So picture a tote bag with a tiny hole in the bottom. You keep dropping things in it, your bobby pins, your favorite lip gloss, but you can never figure out where those things went. Stuff just keeps vanishing on you. Then one day you spot this little hole, you patch it up, and like magic, nothing disappears anymore. The time you have in your week works the exact same way. All your time goes into that bag, but when you're not clear on where it's actually going, it keeps slipping away from you. So this next micro system is how you find the hole and then you patch it. It's to do a quarterly time audit. So essentially, I want you to find the leaks before they cost you another quarter off towards your goals. So track where your hours are going for 2 weeks and look for the tasks that can be systemized, automated, or delegated. And here are 3 things I want you to track when you're auditing your time. 1, was it planned or reactive? 2, which goal priority did this task feed? And then 3, what category of work would you label it? And to make this much easier, you can use AI to prompt you each hour. And then at the end of your time audit, analyze the results so you can rebuild your batch days in your ideal week with real data instead of guessing. So for instance, the way that I do this for my ladies inside Systemize Your Goals Accelerator is I give them a time audit template, but I also make it super easy for them. I share with them both a ChatGPT prompt for my chat girlies and a Claude Cowork prompt that can audit your time and log it for you into Notion. And I've gotten such good feedback on it. So let me ask you, when was the last time you took a real look at what was going on and actually use that information for your benefit? Remember, what goes unmeasured tends to go unmanaged. And that's because when you see your week clearly, you get to redesign it on purpose. By the way, if you aren't subscribed, please tappity tap that subscribe button. It really helps me keep showing up here to give you the best gems on everything, reaching your goals, reclaiming your time, all the things. Now, this next micro system will help you make sure all your time and effort is pointed in the right direction, so you just don't spend the rest of 2026 climbing up the wrong hill, so to speak. So this micro system started by an observation that I had with the women that I work with. So most gurus will have you take your large vision and then jump straight into reverse goal planning with things like the 12-week year and quarterly planning that I shared with you in that first micro system. But what I teach my clients is a crucial in-between step, which is to devise a strategy. And this is the how of how you will reach your goal, making the most of your time and your energy. And how I teach them to create this strategy is heavily informed by books like The One Thing and Essentialism. However, the problem I was noticing, and especially with the neurospicy queens that come to me for help, was would come up with this great strategy. They would focus in on what's most important for their goals. They would eliminate, they would create real priorities. But as time went on, I would find that they weren't focused at all. After a couple months, they were scattered again. They were all over the place and doing all the things instead of the one thing that was most important for their goals. Thankfully, I recently attended Craft Commerce and I had the chance to chat with one of the authors of The One Thing, Jay Papasan. And I hope I'm saying his last name correctly. What he told me was he helps his clients thwart this sort of priority drift by putting it on a cadence, a check-in cadence. So this micro system I just added to my quarterly reset is to realign with your focus each quarter. And I don't just mean your goals or your plan. I mean your how, your strategy, your priorities, your one thing, that main focus for this season to reach those goals. Your strategy is the battleground for your goals. So look at the goals you wrote in January and ask if the strategy you built to reach them is still the right one. And are you still focused on it if it is? 6 months of real life data is going to tell you exactly where to double down and then also where to let go. I have a client now who struggles with staying focused over the long term, adding too much to her plate as soon as she starts to hustle. Don't worry, I'm not going to say your name. As soon as she starts to hustle towards her goals, a major part of our work together is when she checks in with me each week on her accountability form is to remind her to stay focused, remind her of those most important things, the power of streamlining, which has helped her make drastic progress towards her goals. Now, this next microsystem is going to help you not only make all of this sustainable, but it's going to feed your soul in the process of reaching those big, larger than life goals. So if you picture a calendar packed to the brim without any white space, it's kind of like an overstuffed suitcase that you have to sit on to zip. We've all been there, ladies, especially for my overpackers. Sure, it closes, but it's never really a good feeling, and the pressure of all of it is causing it to burst at the seams. So this next microsystem is to take a white space inventory, because the margin, the moments of stillness, this is where you get those downloads from your higher power. That's where you get restoration. motivation and creativity that fuels your biggest dreams. Scan your calendar and create a weekly, non-negotiable weekly block of white space where you find the gaps to rest, to do deep work, creative thinking, and more space to actually live. And then I want you to protect those blocks like you would a client meeting, okay? Take it seriously, because white space is an underrated power move that's hard to take, but it's worth every minute. Think about two women with the same goals. The first one runs her week like a 24-hour diner, always open, always on, taking every order that walks in, exhausted by close. The second runs hers like a chef's table with a few perfect seats, fewer slots, full attention, a wait list of people who want in. Same hours in the day, but two completely different lives, two completely different vibes. And I want to know, which one is your calendar built like right now? You can even let me know in the comments. So basically, remember, your biggest goals get fueled by quiet gaps on your calendar, just going through the motions with no space to pause or slow down. And B, it's not going to get you to that next level. You need space to breathe on your journey, just like the pause between a heartbeat. It's not only where the heart rests, it's where the heart recharges, okay? So I think I've hammered that home. Let's move on to the next system that's going to help you actually take action in the moment without relying on willpower or motivation. So what if I told you that you only needed 3 habits, 1, 2, 3, to manage your busy life and still meet those biggest goals? Well, lucky for you, it's actually true. And these are the 3 most important habits that I stress to my clients for success. So this micro system is to reset your big 3 habits. 1, your capture habit. Get into the habit of having nothing on your mind. As David Allen famously says, your mind is for having ideas, not storing them. I use my organized brain to capture, which is inside my Productive Boss Notion system, but I don't care what task management system you use, just use one. You are too grown with goals that are too big to be operating from Post-it and Notes app and the random Google Docs. And then anytime you remember to schedule a dentist appointment or sign a field trip form or a new business idea, capture it in your task management system so you can have an accurate bird's eye view of everything that you have going on and what you want to do. The second habit to reset or to establish is your weekly review routine. This is where you organize everything you captured and plan the upcoming week. In my program, Systemize Your Goals Accelerator, we do this together with me walking you through step by step every single week. And the third habit in this micro system is going to be what I call your wind down work routine. To keep this system going, at the end of your workday, you're going to back plan, time block the next day, and then tidy your desk. Back plan meaning, see, did you actually get done everything you wanted to? And if not, add it to the next day or another day, okay? Now, like I said, the weekly review habit is a crucial habit to keep you on track with your goals, but it only works if you do it the right way. So I want you to watch this video next where I walk you through my exact weekly review process. Cheers to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. I'll see you over there. Namaste.